Hello my loves, what's up? Welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Kelly. This is KBellaBeauty and I want to start out by saying Happy New Year, Happy 2018. This is going to be my very first upload for the year and I thought what better way to jump into 2018 than talking about some of my favorites from 2017. So this is actually going to be my Best of Beauty 2017 video, and I decided I would share my top 17 makeup products for the year of 2017. I've seen a couple people do this video where they give you like a top amount, and so I thought that's what I would do, is I would kind of look at my makeup stash and I tried to pick the products that I used every single day. Not necessarily the products that I always talked about, because I didn't really film a lot of favorites videos in 2017, but I wanted to think of the products that maybe I don't talk about but that I know that I use every single day. So if you're interested in hearing my Best of Beauty for 2017, go ahead and keep on watching. I'm not really going to go in any kind of order. I literally just made a list of 17 makeup products and I will share them with you as they are written on my list. Now the first product I actually do not have. I need to purchase the full size, but I'll insert a picture here. It is the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. I really enjoyed illuminating primers in general in 2017, but my favorite out of the ones that I tried, I have the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, I had the Glam Glow Glow Setter, and I had the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. The Cover FX one was my favorite. I did do like a no foundation makeup routine. I can link that right here if you're interested, but I showed myself using that illuminating primer and I liked that it didn't have chunky glitter, but it really made me look like I had a nice healthy glow. I did have a sample size from my Play by Sephora, so I need to go out and purchase the full size. However, since I have a full size of the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, that kind of does the same thing. So I wanted to use that up before I jumped in and bought the Cover FX one. And I'm really sorry if you can hear my dogs barking, just go ahead and ignore them. Number 2 is the primer that I loved in 2017, and it was the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Cream. I like this for several reasons. First of all, I like the packaging. I feel like it's really easy to travel with. I'm not worried about it spilling, but it does have a pump as well. I also like the fact that it has SPF, so it doesn't matter if I'm going out in the sun or if I'm going to be inside, it still protects my skin. I also like the coverage that it gives. It gives you medium coverage, but you can totally build it up to full coverage if you'd like as well, and this does not dry out my skin. So this has been my go-to for 2017. I definitely did not try out a lot of like bronzers or contour shades, but I have tried out a few. I've tried out the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. I've tried the NYC Sunny Bronzer, hated that one. I have Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. And then my favorite, which is number 3 for my top 17 of 2017, is by MakeupGeek. And this is in the shade Bad Habit. This is the Warm Fair Contour. I'm wearing it today. I typically mix it with my Hoola Bronzer, but if I had to choose one bronzer for the year, it would be this one here, because I feel like it gives me a nice shadow on my face to contour, but it doesn't look unnatural. So this was my go-to. Number 4 is a blush, and it is by MAC Cosmetics. It is in the shade Melba. I depotted mine and I keep it in a Z palette. I really, really like this blush because it's like a nice neutral shade. It's not too peachy, but it's not too pink, and it goes really with any eyeshadow look. If I do an eye look and I don't know what blush to pair it with, I reach for Melba. Number 5 is also a blush. It is one of the boxed blushes from Benefit in the shade Dallas. And the reason why I wanted to kind of add 2 blushes is because this is typically the blush that I pack with me when I'm traveling. I like it because it's very much of a mauve-y toned blush. It goes with any eye look, but it can also double as a contour. So if I don't bring a bronzer or if I don't contour and I just want to add a little bit of blush, I reach for Dallas because it gives me like just a nice flush of color, but it still looks natural. So this is totally one of my faves. 2017 was kind of like the year of the highlighter for me. I tried out tons of highlighters. I got my first glow kit. It was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero glow kit. I had BH Cosmetics highlighters in the Carly Bible palette. I tried out MakeupGeek. What else did I get? That might be it for highlighters. yeah, I think those were the new highlighters that I tried out in 2017. So I was kind of thinking about all of my highlighters and I was trying to pick which one would have been my favorite or my top. And so I was thinking about the highlighter that I reach for when I don't know what highlight I want to use. And that is by Becca Cosmetics, Champagne Pop in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. And I'm pretty sure this made my Best of Beauty last year as well. But this is the highlighter that I reach for when I don't know what highlight I want to use. If I'm stuck in a rut and like I don't know what shade I want to reach for, I feel like this just kind of gives me just a nice glow. I'm wearing it on my cheekbones today and it's just my perfect highlight. So 7 and 8 are both eyeshadow palettes because one was added to my collection at the end of the year, but it's been one that I've been reaching for. However, in the front part of 2017, the eyeshadows that I could not get enough of are MakeupGeek Cosmetics, the single shadows. These are my holy grail eyeshadows. I tend to have to force myself not to use them, and so I actually haven't reached for them too much toward the end of the year because I forced myself to put these up and reach into some of my other palettes. But I really love MakeupGeek. I like the formula. These shadows, the single shadows, I believe they range anywhere from $6 for the regular and duochrome, I think, and then I believe the foiled are $10. So it does add up when you're trying to purchase a lot. But even if you just want to get your go-to shades and put them into a Z palette or build up your collection, I just really love MakeupGeek eyeshadows. The second palette that I chose actually really surprised me. I surprised myself because this palette started in an anti-haul video of mine. And now here it is in my Best of Beauty 2017, and I'm talking about the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. Originally, I thought I wasn't gonna get this palette because I did get her original collab with Morphe, the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette, and I didn't feel immediately drawn to this palette. I mean, the shades were beautiful, but I was like, nah, I kind of have shades like that. I don't really need another palette. It's very large, but I ended up seeing reviews. I had friends on Instagram who got this palette, and so I caved. I purchased it. I'm wearing it on my eyes today, and this has become a go-to palette for me. When I don't know what palette I want to use, I reach for this because you have a nice variety of shades. It's super blendable, and it just ended up being one of my faves, one of my go-tos. By the way, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I always keep these plastic things in my palettes, and sometimes I forget about them and they fall out when I'm filming a video, but it keeps my palette a little bit cleaner, I think. Number 9 is a mascara, and again, I surprised myself because I really love drugstore mascaras, and I used to be one of those people that was like, I am not buying a high-end mascara. However, a lot of people on YouTube talked about the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and I decided to originally purchase the smaller size. This one is the full size, but I purchased the smaller size from Sephora. I tried it out and I really loved it, and this quickly became a go-to and a favorite for me. And I reached for this more than I reached for Maybelline The Rocket, which was my Best of Beauty 2016 mascara. I still really love that one if you're looking for a drugstore option, but the way that Roller Lash like lengthens and separates but adds volume to my lashes is the reason why I had to choose this guy for my Best of Beauty 2017. I'm pretty sure my eyeliner stayed the same. I chose the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. Pretty sure this was the same one that I had in my favorites last year. I just really love this liner. I really like the fine tip, the way that it creates a nice line, that I can make it nice and thin and sharp. And I also like the fact that I've never had to purchase it because I always get these as like 100-point perks, or I've even gotten some in my Play by Sephora. So totally a fave for me, but when I do run out of smaller sizes, I will be purchasing the full size. I struggled with primer this year because I had super dry eyelids to the point where I was getting eczema patches on my eyelids, and I had to use coconut oil to kind of heal them. And so I couldn't use my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot anymore, but I still wanted a primer that was going to neutralize my eyelids. So I reached for the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in the shade Eden. I like this one because it's a lot creamier than the soft ochre paint pot, but it does have that nice base that cancels out any eyelid veins or discoloration or anything like that, and it didn't dry out my eyelids. Number 12 almost got left out completely for my Best of Beauty, just because I thought like it's such almost like a basic product. Like I feel like everybody used it, but I didn't want to leave it out because I literally use it every day. And I'm talking about the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Everybody raves about it on YouTube. I've gone through 2 of these jars. I use it to set underneath my eyes and to sharpen up my contour. But I was almost like, a powder seems so boring to add in your Best of Beauty, but I used it every single day. So why would I leave it out? So yeah, this is number 12. I might have cheated a little bit on number 13 because it is 3 products that I'm mentioning, but they're my brow products. These are the 3 products that I use for my brows. I have a whole brow routine video. They are all by Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Brow Definer and Brow Wiz in Caramel, and then the Clear Brow Gel. These are go-tos for me. Use them every day. Gone through a million of these guys, and I will continue to use this for my brows in 2018. If you watch my empties videos, the number 14 should not come as a surprise to you. It is the MAC Fix Plus Setting Spray. I use this on my drier days, even as a primer before I put makeup on, but usually I use it after I've applied my full face of makeup. I don't know that it necessarily prolongs the wear of my makeup, but since I have dry skin, it can be easy for makeup to look cakey or settle into fine lines, and I feel like my Fix Plus just kind of smooths everything over, and it makes my skin feel hydrated when I'm feeling dehydrated. Number 15 is this guy right here, my go-to liner, which is by MAC in the shade Whirl. I love this lip liner. I use it pretty much for every single lipstick that I own, and it goes with all of them since they're all in the mauve family. But yeah, MAC's Whirl, go-to lip liner for 2017. 16 and 17 are both lip products. I wanted to think of a regular lipstick, but I also wanted to include liquid lipsticks because I've totally been obsessed with liquid lipsticks for like the past 2 years. So my 2 lipstick favorites, which are number 16, are really expensive, but they are go-tos for me. They were both gifts and I'm obsessed with them. They are by Tom Ford. I have Tom Ford in the shade Pussycat and in Indian Rose. I really like the formula of these. They're super creamy, they're super pigmented, they last on the lips a long time, and they're just really, really pretty shades. So I took these traveling with me. I wore them when I didn't know what kind of lipstick I wanted to wear, but pretty much anytime I wore an actual lipstick, I was reaching for these. And so this one right here is in the shade Pussycat, and this one is in Indian Rose. And number 17, I could not leave out liquid lipsticks, but I couldn't pick like one liquid lipstick or like one shade. So I chose the brand that I own the most liquid lipsticks from and that are my favorite, and that is Kylie Cosmetics. I love her liquid lipsticks. They're my absolute favorite formula. I love her velvet lipsticks. I feel like they last all day. They're not drying on the lips. I know customer service can be a pain to deal with, but these are just my favorite. These are my go-to. I would reach for these all the time. Like I would have to pry myself away from her liquid lipsticks to try some other lipsticks, but these were definitely my favorite in 2017, and I could not leave them out even with the controversy of Kylie Cosmetics and everything like that. I just really love her liquid lipstick formula. And that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Those are my top 17 beauty favorites in 2017. If you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'm not currently planning on doing like a worst of 2017, but if that's something that you're interested in seeing, like if you want to hear about products that I felt like were fails or that I didn't enjoy in 2017, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below, and I can look into that, and I can look back at my videos and kind of find out what products I discovered but didn't love. I typically don't keep makeup products. Like I know some YouTubers have a basket, and when products don't work for them, they stick it in the basket, but I typically like return stuff or give it away if I don't like it. But if you're interested in seeing that, let me know. Otherwise, I hope that you will consider subscribing before you go. I do upload twice a week, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. CST and Saturdays at 11 a.m. CST. I do want to start some new series this year. I want to do a Test It Out Tuesday where maybe once or twice a month on a Tuesday I'm testing out a new makeup product. I'm going to keep going with the anti-hauls. I'm thinking about doing a color series, and that's more for myself than anything else because my tutorials typically don't get a lot of views. Like, I'm not a makeup artist. I just like do it for fun. But I feel like I'm always doing the same kind of eye looks. So I'm thinking about filming like a color series where I try out different shades like blues and greens and reds and purples, and just to push myself out of my comfort zone. So I think I might do that in 2018 as well. But as always, if you have any video recommendations, you can leave them down below. You can hit me up on Instagram at KBellaBeauty or Twitter at KBellaBeautyXO. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.